Ladies and programmers, lesson 4, the experience rises out of the ashes of a game. Okay, so experience. A game gives a player an experience. If you've ever played a game and you've had a huge amount of fun, or if you played a game and you were so mad you were screaming, that's because even though the game is for the most part not real, it gives the player an experience, and that experience should be fun. So write down in your notes, what is the definition of fun? Hit pause and do that. So oftentimes people will say something like something's fun, like is entertaining, or you like it. But if I sit down and have a wonderful steak dinner, I really enjoy that. But I wouldn't call it fun. So fun is not just entertaining. It's not just something you like. There's a little bit of something more to it, and it's hard to describe. But an idea might be something like fun is pleasure with surprises, and we can maybe add to this list over the years, but some other things, or it's with a challenge, so is pleasure with a challenge, or pleasure with motion, like you're running around playing with your dog or something. So it's pleasure, but it has a little bit extra to it. But we're going to say fun is pleasure with surprises. Make sure you write that down in your notes. Okay, so I should pass this out to you, or you can grab it from somewhere, but I should have this paper ready for you so you don't have to rewrite everything. But this is the lens to the lens of surprise. So surprise is so basic that it's hard to define it. It's easy to forget it, but we should ask ourselves these questions about our games. What will surprise players when they play? Does the story surprise? Does the rules of the game surprise? Does the artwork and technology surprise? Can players surprise each other? Can a player surprise themselves? So we need to figure out how to add more surprise and fun to our games. And then there's fun. What parts of the game are fun? What parts need to be more fun? Okay, here's a term that you've heard your whole life. You know it back and forward. Endogenous value. Just kidding, you probably never heard that before. Okay, but here's the question. When you're playing Monopoly, are you interested in collecting Monopoly money during the game? And the answer is, well, some people say no, but the reality, they like, no, I don't want money. I just want to get a ton of properties and hotels. Well, why do you want that? So you can get money. Why do you want money? So you can take money from other players so that you can ultimately win. So yeah, absolutely, you're interested in Monopoly money. But when the game is done, are you interested in the Monopoly money anymore? Answer that in your notes. And the answer is probably not so much. And so if the money is not valuable when you're not playing the game, what makes it valuable? Well, it's the game itself. The game itself. It's the game itself that gives the money the meaning. It's in the context of the game that you really want that money. So write this down in your notes. Endogenous means it's caused by factors inside the system or game, the system or organism or game. It's a term that comes from biology. So what I want you guys to do is, as you're making your games, work hard to give things in your game endogenous value. So for example, why should players collect coins? Well, if they collect coins and they get points, and they keep collecting coins and they get more points, and they keep collecting coins and they get more points, but it doesn't help them actually solve the problem of the game. It doesn't help them win the game. They may quit collecting coins. So maybe you'll have to do something like they get points, and if they get so many points, and they get a new weapon, or they get into a new level that they couldn't get into before, or they can't complete the game without it. So you have to give things that value. Okay, so again, whenever we get one of these lenses, this is the important part here. So grab this page. I should have had it printed out for you. The lens 5 of endogenous value. So we're going to ask ourselves these questions. We're going to look at our game through this lens. Um, we want to think about the player's feelings about items and tasks and objects and scoring. What is valuable? How can I make it more valuable? What's the relationship between value in the game and the player's motivations? You want the player to keep doing these things. You want the player to keep playing, so we got to give it value. All right, that's it for that particular lesson. We're going to go right on to the next one. So just